That means it's time for Randomity with the Random Kristian Show. Today, the Random Kristian Show is interviewing Mark R Largent, creator of Stalled Trek. The Random Kristian Show is brought to you by Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena, a unique blended salsa loaded with cilantro and just the right amount of heat. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is available in stores across Northern California, Colorado, Nevada, and Southern Oregon. To find a store near you, just visit mrsafamous.com. Also today, Mrs. A joins us today for Random Recipes with Mrs. A. The Random Kristian Show is proudly supported by The Advisor. The Advisor is a Facebook group created by Colonel James Neil Broaddus, composed of multi-talents such as actors, directors, artists, writers, and more. If you fall into this category, contact them on Facebook at The Advisor. The Random Kristian Show can now be seen on the Good Wives Network, TV for women by women. The Good Wives Network is streaming now over on Roku, Android TV, and Amazon TV. Intro music provided by the Dead Campers. Check them out on Spotify and at deadcampers.com. Next week, the Random Kristian Show is interviewing Dr. Andy Hemmen, creator of the Beyond Energy drink. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, Kristian Random.
Yeah! Welcome to Tuesday, Ensign shirt, red shirt guy.
Thank you. I am not important enough for a name today.
You're the first out. Actually, we need to get Mrs. A red shirt because she
was wearing a red shirt. Mark,
oh my gosh, she was.
She was a total casualty. Of the Stalled Trek podcast. She was a total, she is the member of the landing party that totally got eliminated.
She didn't make it through the. Oh my god!
We totally jinxed it. We totally jinxed it with the red shirt.
No, it's called theming it. That's
absolutely.
We're full theme of Star Trek-ish nerdyism because she didn't make it through the transporter.
No.
The dilithium crystals couldn't handle it all, Captain. Welcome to the Random Kristian Show and Randomity as its best. We're a little behind schedule.
A little bit.
We're having technical problems. I know we're right on time. We had a little problem with Mrs. A will not be joining us. Let's just put it that way.
Not today.
Not today. Next week we'll have her on. We'll get all the bugs reworked out, and it's just something with her link was not connecting all the way. So we do apologize for that for lots of people who were jumping in to check her out. But we have a fabulous show. Still,
absolutely.
We've got Mark R Largent, creator of Stalled Trek, and many other shows, but very much well known for the Stalled Trek series, which is just amazing. I've only been able to watch clips because I end up trying to watch it at night when I go to bed.
Oh, sure.
Then I wake up and the phone's got drool on it, and so anyway, but it's absolutely awesome, and it's actually there's a lot of animated to it too. So it's not just puppets, but still the puppet work was just so.
Well, it's 3D animated puppets.
Yeah,
it's all 3D animated.
It's great. But anyway, so we're going to be talking with him and all his series because he's got some other things that he's done as well. But best known for the Stalled Trek or Star Trek version of what he does. And very, very excited about that. Still got the old raffle going on for Run to Stop It. You could win. Use that QR code right. Where am I pointing?
It's right on your head. It's pretty much right on your head.
Right?
No, other way.
I'm delayed, so I'm pointing.
The QR code on the screen.
Yeah, the QR.
Scan it.
The QR code.
Scan it. That'll take you to our Facebook fundraiser where you can donate any amount to Run to Stop It. Again, it helps stop sex and human trafficking.
100%. proceeds
100%.
go straight to that.
Yeah.
And you'll be entered to win a chance to get from our guest the signed version of his book and CD, Far Enough, from the Reverend Jimmy Bratcher, blues sensation. Also, we have these fabulous hats that you see on my head right here, or one of these fantastic shirts that I'm wearing. That's right. And possibly some other prizes that we are trying to coordinate and put together. So please just donate one way or the other. 50 cents, 10 cents, something, anything helps. And we want to do what we can to help these people try to stop this human sex trafficking as best we can. It's very near and dear to our hearts, and we want to help as much as we can. That being said, I got nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Well, I got you have a bag of chips, don't you?
Oh, wait, let me get them. Let me get them. I didn't, because I
okay.
thought we were doing Mrs. A, so I wasn't going to bring them on, but give me. I'm going to transport to the kitchen, and then I will be back.
Okay, I've got a box of mystery chips here. It's going to be literally a grab bag because Andy found some very special taste testing treats as we've become to be a part of nowadays. And so instead of doing something, well, hopefully not gross, but like the pod tips, we're working on that. But
right,
I have a box, Andy.
Oh, you have a box of stuff? I just have oh, okay. I have a bag of special sauce. Okay. So can I read?
Yes, what it says? Because I want to know what special sauce is.
Right. Yeah. This would normally scare most people when you see a special sauce potato chip, right? But what makes our special sauce chips so special? A unique blend of ingredients and spices that creates a flavor that's hard to describe and impossible to resist. So there you go. Kettle.
That is the vaguest description ever of anything. So you're about to eat a foot.
Now, well, let me tell you too. These chips are actually bagged in right down the street. The plant is right down the street from us, which is crazy. So this is truly special sauce.
It's gonna taste like parts of Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like a lot of Mark's people are chatting it up already.
Oh, hey!
Hi, everybody.
Let's
get them in there. Let's get them in there. Yeah.
I'm working on it right now.
There we go.
All right. Back up. All right, and we've got several people jumping in here.
There we go. Hey, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in. Born again. Yes. Yeah. Get it your way at Burger King. All right. So Andy's about to taste some special sauce potato chips, vaguely described as something. So
right. So there's no real like crazy smell to it. There's our chip.
Okay.
I think exactly what was delivered. Hard to describe, but hard to resist.
So there's some kind of weird addictive chemical in it that makes you crave it fortnightly, just like the Colonel's chicken.
It's not spicy, like it's not sweet, like it's somewhere just right in between.
Bratwurst.
Yeah,
You got nothing.
I got nothing. They're good. Like on the Tony Adams scale, these would probably be like a 7 or an 8. I would say 7 or 8 out of 10, but
you cannot describe the taste.
I cannot. I literally there's no flavor that jumps out in any way, shape, or form.
Special sauces, people.
Right?
It's people.
It's made from people.
All right. Well,
that was fun.
That was fun, Captain Red Shirt. So we're literally gonna do a grab bag. And these are all Lay's potato chips from overseas, from Japan. And so They're all in here. Some have descriptions, some just have a picture. So I'm the Scottish accent.
Yeah, Christina, we agree. Kristian's Scottish accent is not up to par. Therefore, I will not be doing mine.
That's right, smartass. So I'm going to just toss the box.
There you
around.
go. Grab your chips.
I'm just grabbing one. I'm not sure what it is. This doesn't sound good. Boat noodles flavor.
Can you show us the back?
Yeah, it's well, once the video catches up.
Once the video catches up, it'll probably zip in and zip out.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold it up there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay.
All right. That's yeah, you can clearly make out that it's Lay's.
Sure. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't taste like a boat.
or the bottom part of the keel. Do you have co-animated?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get to your questions when Mark comes on the cast.
Mark,
so if you have any questions for Mark, feel free to post them in here, and we will ask him once he comes in. And thanks everybody for coming in the chat. We love having you here. What do you got, Kristian?
I've got a very confusing smell.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's
it doesn't smell good, does it?
It smells weird.
Okay.
I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not appetizing, I guess.
Okay.
If this is what boat noodle, I'm not sure what boat noodles are or how they're supposed to be flavored. So this will be an experience for all.
Let's try them. There you go.
Okay.
That does not look good. It doesn't look good for me.
We have to do 3, right?
Yeah, that's right. I did 4. My special sauce ones were good.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to there's kind of a tang to it.
Okay.
Okay, it's kind of noodly, I guess. I guess. Yeah.
Oh, so you are getting a little bit of noodle flavor, a little bit,
but I'm not sure what the rest of this. It's almost like ear chips. It's indescribable. I'm not sure. Okay. There's the third step.
I have a feeling like a lot of these weird flavors that come out are just like they were supposed to be like one flavor, but they just never really hit the mark. So they decided to just push them out anyway because they already put like the work into it and like, oh, let's call this boat noodle chips.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the bowl on here. I can well, it's got, I guess, boat noodle soup.
Okay.
And I guess I'm getting the onion and the mint, it looks like.
Okay. Has anyone in the chat ever had boat noodle soup? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Doesn't look tasty. It's really not. Daniela, you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right.
That's boat noodle Lay's.
There you go. Okay.
Not highly recommended unless I guess you're in Japan and that's a thing, or overseas, some Asian country. Maybe Korean. It's kind of hard to make a. You know, it almost looks Indian.
Greetings, Killer Rabbit.
Killer Wabbit. Okay.
Okay. Oh, good. So we are getting some good questions from Mark here.
Oh, and apparently for Christina. What did you do last night, Christina?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched 2 guys tasting weird flavored chips. It was weirdly fascinating. Christina, you are now our new best friend.
We're going to quote you on that.
Can you go to our Facebook page and put that in the reviews?
Absolutely, 100% going to quote you on that. So,
all right. Well, listen, we've now that we've done our taste testing segment of the show, that was completely unsuccessful. It is now time for our soundboard to work correctly. Where's the? Oh, I don't have a sounder for that, do I? Oh yeah,
no.
I do.
What?
Huh?
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
That's right.
All right.
I keep looking for. I keep almost pushing the wrong button.
Really?
So I know, imagine that, right?
How many years have we been doing the show?
3. Anyway, our crackhead team of researchers and lawyers have found a way to come up with 9 random Star Trek episodes and series that we'd like to see. Yes, that's right. They've polled over 1,000 people and put this list together, and they were probably pretty high or drunk while they did it. So this is what we ended up with, and our $2.85 that we paid them got us this. And so now, without further ado, 9 random Star Trek episodes series that we'd like to see. Hey-o!
Hey-o! Here we go.
Hey, and there's the faint applause. And there goes the band. So we're moving on to, let's start off with, of course, number 9, which would be Starlac, the Z generation. Yeah, all right. That's the way to start it off. How about number 8, Andy?
And number 8, undercover admiral, like undercover CEO. Like, I would love to see the admirals take on like the menial tasks and have the lower decks basically tell them that they're all oh yeah, I really run the ship here, and yeah.
And by the way, I'm the captain.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Killer Rabbit from Outer Space. Hail at Daniela Paul. And
they're
Daniel
all talking.
Bagby.
They're all talking in the chat right now.
Totally ignoring us.
Yeah,
which is probably usually best. Number 7 random Star Trek episodes or series that we'd like to see. The Trouble with the Undead Tribbles.
I would totally watch this one, by the way.
I would be way into that. Oh, look, they're so cute.
I must eat brain.
Number 6 random Star Trek episode or series that we'd like to see. Andy?
Pimp My Starship.
Yes. Oh, whoa.
Red alert.
Whoa.
Red alert.
Oh,
Red alert.
Okay. And for those of you playing along at home, whenever you hear that, we have to all do like they did on Star Trek.
Right. Yeah.
Number 5 random Star Trek episode series we'd like to see. Deep Dish 9, the Chicago Pie Deliberation. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Number 4, Andy.
Number 4, Captain Swap. Catch all the drama. Catch all the drama that happens when the best ship in the fleet swap captains for a week.
That was where the $2 went to. Right there was number 4.
That's right. That was the big one right there.
Yep. That should have been number 1. Number 3. Star Smack, the off-duty adventures of James T. Kirk. I think that should be more.
That would only air late at night.
Yeah.
That would only air late at night.
I'm about to get sexy
Right.
on you. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, there's Mrs. Hayes joining in with us.
Yeah.
All right, number 2.
Space dock, starports, and space carts. They're the best places to eat in the galaxy.
Is it with Space Guy Fierro?
Right? Yeah.
Hey guys, let me tell you something. I used to be a cocaine addict, but now I'm not. I just use meth. All right, and I like to cook a lot. Yeah. All right. There. We'll do that one for.
Right.
And now let's. We're working right into it. So
number 1.
The number 1 9 random Star Trek episode series we'd like to see. Brave new Spock stuck in a world of idiots. Yeah! There it is. 9 random Star Trek episodes or series that we'd like to see. 285 right down the drain. All right.
Money not well spent.
No, it really was. Hey, you know what? We're going to start giving them the rejected taste test chips.
There we go.
Don't eat.
Although
So,
I'm gonna dig into my my special sauce chips here in a minute. Those are really good.
but yet
saying.
you can't describe them.
Can't describe them, but they're good.
Hola from Yucca Valley, California, JJ. Thank you for joining in. And the Mr. Shinigami, thank you for thank you for the compliment on the list.
All right. Thank you so much.
We really didn't pay a whole lot for that, so
No.
we're glad to have it.
But here's why you're here.
Yeah, and getting right to it is the reason. There it is. Can you feel the drama, the suspense? It's all building up to a gentleman brave enough to put his hand up inside something and make it talk to people.
Sounds terrible.
It does. It really sounds horrible,
Really
but yet kind of, fun and humorous.
A little bit. Yeah.
This guy has made people laugh all over the world through his YouTube channel, Stall Trek, the Stall Trek series, the parody of Star Trek. Let's bring him in, ladies and gentlemen, Mark R Largent. Hello, sir. There
He's
you
here.
are.
He made it.
I'm here. and
Yes.
But I don't have any chips.
We forgot that the memo didn't go out, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll mail you some.
Yeah.
They'll probably
Now I have to
still
wait
be
till the
just
end of the
as good
show.
tasting as I'm terribly sorry. Trust me, I won't be eating these anytime soon for the rest of the
Little
show.
chips.
That's for sure.
Oh man.
And yes, Mrs. A, you do need to send us some more salsa. That would be
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, amazing. And now, Mark, you're in Dallas, correct?
That's right, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I know her salsa is making it out that way. But yeah, if you ever get the chance, Mrs. A's famous salsa Buena is amazing. Not gonna lie. Well, welcome to the show. We are so glad to have you. I've been very excited. You are not the easiest guy to get a hold of, by the way. I'm just gonna say. Took us a little coercing to get you on, but finally got to hook up and get this going. And dude, I just gotta say, this stall track is just great and hilarious. Where did the whole idea of this come from?
Thank you. Like a long time ago, back in like 95 or 96, I had a Star Trek homepage when the web was new.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to do an episode list, an episode guide. And as I was going through it, in some of the early episodes, they referred to Vulcans as Vulcanians. And I made that same error and thought Vulcanine, and thought that. And then it occurred to me that since Spock was only half Vulcanine, he was a mutt. So
Oh yeah.
all these dog jokes started popping into my head, and of course you could do Mr. Spot instead of Mr. Spock, and
Right.
so I thought, wow, this would be a mock time would make a great Looney Tune cartoon.
Right.
You fight with Spock and Kirk, and I thought, gee, I wonder if I can do that. And so it took a really long time. I had originally had sort of like almost a comic book version on the website.
Okay.
And it was one of those things I really wanted it to be animated, and I kept coming back to it. And eventually, finally in 2000, I had come up with the idea of doing the animation and making them puppets. So there are actually no real puppets involved. No felt is harmed in the
No felt is harmed with the making of Star Trek.
Yes. But the genius part, and I will pat myself on the genius part, is that it was very simple to animate. Suddenly it's just this. Which is not which makes it a lot easier to do one by yourself. So
now, are you an animator by trade, or did you teach yourself how to animate just for this project?
Just fooling around and trying to figure it out on my own. So
really,
wow,
that's incredible.
It was
Sesame Street Star Trek.
Well, hi everybody in the chat. I see a lot of people.
Yeah.
There.
You have a lot of fans, sir. That I can tell you. And these people are just jumping in. This is awesome. Now, so this was all just you just putting things together, and well, try this or try that, and then that's what you ended up with.
Yeah. So I actually realized my thought was that doing it like the puppets would be almost like doing South Park, that you could do this very crude animation and get it out there.
Right.
And the great surprise was that they have what they call the uncanny valley. Are you guys aware of that?
Yeah.
Phrase?
Yeah.
Which is if you start to try to make 3D people, you get to a point where they start to look scary. The closer you get to looking realistic. And you have to really get out of that before you can make them look real. It turns out there's no uncanny valley for puppets.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, they look real. And so the surprising part was that I was going for like a South Park thing, but it ended up looking pretty good. And a lot of people who think that they're real puppets. And I got to kind of play with that old Star Trek look of, with the colored lights and stuff.
Right.
So to my great surprise, like I said, in January 2012, I made it my New Year's resolution that I was going to go ahead and finally make the movie time, and I bought a table at the Dallas Comic-Con for May. By May, I have to have it done, have DVDs, and be there. And somehow, of course, I've been working on it for 16 years. So when I finally got to do it, it didn't take that much. I kind of knew what it looked like and what I was doing.
Right. Yeah. Now, did anybody help you with the animation, or was it all you?
Just me. That was the beauty of
wow, that is incredible.
Is I could just do it myself. People often ask, say, well, why don't you just use real puppets? Wouldn't that be easier? But when you think about it, you'd need puppets, first of all. I don't sew, so somebody would have to come up with, you'd have to find people who can make puppets. You'd have to have puppeteers. You couldn't do them all by yourself. You'd have to build sets. You'd have to have lights and cameras and all this stuff. It's just me sitting in front of a computer by myself and alone.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to podcasting, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Hey.
Which is what the internet is built for. Yeah.
Right.
It truly is. Now, now how long did it take you to create the first episode? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, either 16 years or 4 months. You can.
Okay.
Depends on what part of the ship you're in and what part of the time warp you hit.
Right.
Kind of like if you do all the work for 16 years and then very quickly throw it all together, then you can say, oh, I just did it in this amount of time. But I had actually done it as a comic book at least 2 times and tried it with some different forms of animation a couple of times. So it really was, at this point, I knew what every shot was. I knew scripting around. I actually had to update some of the jokes because they had become too dated by the time I did them.
Yeah. And
long distance, and that didn't mean anything anymore in 2012.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Now, somebody else mentioned in here they liked the 360-degree video of the bridge. That was very cool. I looked in on that.
Very neat. Yeah.
And Killer Rabbit from Space is saying your stuff is more entertaining than the new Star Treks, which yes, I can definitely attest to that. Now, I have not seen
because they don't have puppets in the new Trek stuff.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
But yes, no, it is just now. Obviously you're a huge Star Trek fan, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just throwing that out there because I mean,
I
not
don't know
everybody
if
can
that's
see your shirt as well that as we got a.
I'm a very large Star Trek fan. Yes.
Yeah. Now, have you ever like contacted anybody from Star Trek or any of the actors or anything, asking them for some hints or just any advice or if they would be willing to do like cameos or anything like that?
No, I've not quite reached the point of doing that. I wonder every once in a while what they might think of it. But I think there's a weird thing that happened where somebody from Star Trek is now on real Star Trek.
Really?
What?
But for the music for The City on the Edge of Foreclosure, I got a wonderfully talented composer named Max McGuire who contacted me, and I was thrilled to have someone. The audio part is the hardest for me. I have no musical talent whatsoever, and so he contacted, and he actually works with a composer named Stephen Barton, and a lot of The City on the Edge of Foreclosure was done during COVID when we were all locked up, and he's from London. He was also, and so we kind of got the cool thing of being able to work on it. As I would finish a sequence, I would give them to score. Normally, you do the whole movie, and then the score would come. So it was
right.
a interaction. It was cool for being able to actually discuss the score as we went and work out things. But it was also very cool for me because it was very inspiring because I get to see the scenes with music very quickly.
That's
but
crazy.
at one point, I just got an email from Max where he was like, "Well, if you were going to get someone up to speed on Star Trek, what episodes would you watch?" Well, there's a bunch of different Star Trek shows. I'm not sure. He goes, mostly around The Next Generation, and I was like, okay, well, so I get some. Turns out Stephen Barton scored season 3 of Star Trek Picard.
No way!
Whoa!
He did and additional music. I even have a copy of I put the soundtrack out on vinyl and get to see Max's name in the credits a couple of times. It's very cool.
Oh, that's incredible.
So yeah, he went from Star Trek to Star Trek.
To Star Trek. So and this question was in the chat earlier. On the other side, has anyone from Paramount contacted you and said, "This is a little too close to what we're doing"? Can you ease it back a bit? Have you had any issues with Paramount copyright stuff?
Never had any issues with Paramount. In fact, the original Mutt Time Kickstarter, one of the VPs at Paramount was a backer. So
no way.
Whoa!
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
That is awesome.
I'm not sure if I just gave it to a lawyer to make sure to check on it, but so I'm doing parody, and parody is protected speech. So Mad Magazine shirt on here, and obviously, and Paramount is no stranger to parody. The Naked Gun movies, Airplane.
That's
right.
True.
Were Paramount movies. They're well aware of it. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm not telling my own Star Trek stories. I'm doing parodies of actual Star Trek stories.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I love that you do the with apologies to the actual episode writer. I think that's a wonderful touch. I think that's great. Now,
System Paradox here is asking a question, and yes, I can read upside down and backwards. This question: how often does Hash Animation Master crashes, and do you work on Windows or Mac OS? I'm not sure what all that means, but now I'm going to put this up. This is our disclaimer. There it is. Yes, we're nerds.
So Hash Animation Master
our audience.
Is a 3D animation program that I was using in the beginning. So a mutt time was done in Animation Master. I'll quickly say that I'm on a Mac instead of Windows, and Animation Master was kind of one of the first 3D animation programs you could get on a desktop computer. So that was a big. It does crash a lot, or it did at least when I used it. It was not very friendly to Macintoshes. So there was a lot of how often it crashed had more to do with how often you used it. So there were like ways where you'd click it and you'd wait, and then you'd click again. Too much.
Right.
Just kind of keep clicking. Oh please! Oh please! Oh please! Oh please!
Got it.
Please
go through.
And there was a lot of, hey, I can't figure out how this works. Can you help me? And they're going, well, are you on Windows? And I'd say no, and they said, well, no, we can't help you. So it was kind of a struggle, but what ended up happening is that right at the beginning of working on City on the Edge of Foreclosure, they said, you know what, we're just not supporting the Mac at all anymore. And so I kind of thought, oh, what am I going to do? Either I've got to use an old computer and make sure it works, or I've got to switch to something new. So there's, you may have heard there's Blender 3D, which is a open source program, which has made enormous strides over the last few years, and it's completely free. It appealed to me a great deal.
Yes.
They were just switching over to 2.8, which was the first time they thought, hey, let's try to make it where people can use it. I'm kidding, but like it used right clicks like left clicks. So right click. There was a lot of really weird interface things. So with Blender 2.8, they said, okay, well, you can switch that. You can make it work a little more. They worked more on the user interface to try to make it a lot more friendly. And so I kind of got in there, and I just sort of dove in. I was really intimidated by, I'd spent all these years on this one application, and it didn't play well with others. There wasn't a lot of easy to pick one, and you couldn't like buy computer models or 3D models and then use them in Animation Master. So it was really tough in that sense. So what I ended up doing was just diving into Blender, figuring out thankfully they have an enormous user base. So you can go on YouTube and watch, millions of hours of videos. It was hilarious. There were even Blender tutorials on how to model the Starship Enterprise.
No way. Wow. That's great.
That's how specific I was able to find. So I did sort of what I called a test movie. I did a little short called what was it? All Ahead Full or something like that, which was a little test to see if I could actually animate in Blender. And it really turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because Blender is a lot more robust and modern than Animation Master was. And so, again, the same kind of thing. It was just, hey, wow, that looks better than I thought it was going to look. So there's a lot of that. And so now I'm fully on Blender. City on the Edge of Foreclosure was made in Blender, and the new one, the Doomsday Machine, is being made in Blender.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
No Animation Master Academy.
Right. So you just have the 3 main episodes then? Is that all it is? I thought I saw more than that.
That's so there's the wiki I made. There's I ended up I guess it was in, I'm not sure if it was 2016 or 2017, but you mentioned the copyright thing with Paramount. There was a fan film called Prelude to Axanar, which was,
that's right.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, definitely go look for it. It's
actually really good.
It's done almost like it was a real Star Trek thing. In fact, used one of the actresses was from Battlestar Galactica. Richard Hatch, original Battlestar Galactica, was in it. And they even had some people from Star Trek. Tony Todd, Gary Graham, who was is it Saval that he was in Enterprise?
That's right.
He reprised.
Okay.
So CBS, who at the time owned Star Trek, because there's a weird thing with Viacom, CBS, Paramount, sued them, basically saying, "Look, you've gone too far," and so there was a guy who was working with him who was doing a blog about fan films, and just out of the blue, he contacted me. And of course, this was like 5 or 6 years after that time, but he did an interview with me, and I thought, it would be really funny to do a parody of Axanar.
Oh, sure.
All the so I did Prelude to Axed We Are, and it basically had all the lawyers coming in and taking everything away from them.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh!
And they're all just sitting in their underwear in an empty studio.
So they
movie. Oh
yeah.
Oh,
and they became podcasters right afterwards.
Right.
Yes. So that
because really that's all we are.
Yeah. And that one I did in 37 days.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Which almost killed me. But I was, the lawsuit was going on at the time. And I was so worried that they would, there's a Wilhelm scream. I thought that they were going to settle the lawsuit and my movie would make no sense. So I was, I was like, I got to get it done. I got to get it out there.
That's great.
So Mark became a Red Bull addict and just
I
don't need to sleep. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm just animated. That's all. Shut up. Leave me alone. Who needs a job?
A lot of waking up in the middle of the night to start a new render because another render.
Oh, sure.
It was rough, but but as far as what I consider Star Trek are the 3 movies, which are I've got the DVD of them.
City on the Edge of Foreclosure.
City on the Edge of Foreclosure. And then I'm working on Doomsday Machine, which is sort of the big blowout. This is completes the trilogy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh, good.
I'm looking forward to seeing the animated Decker puppet.
There is a trailer out there. The Commodore Wrecker.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure.
Okay. I've got things pulled up here. I have Star Trek, the Doomsday Machine launch trailer.
Right. Yeah. So that was the trailer for the Indiegogo, which is still going on. If you go to StarTrek.com, you can support the movie and get some perks.
Okay. And I was going to say, in a little bit here, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and after that, maybe we can play that, and you can give us a little wrap into it. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Now, quick question, because I know a lot of people get this running through their heads. And by the way, for those listening on the audio podcast version of this, we are talking with Mark R Largent. He is the creator of Stalled Trek. And you can find that on YouTube or go to stalledtrek.com. You'll if you don't know already, go find this. If you're not even a great Star Trek fan, if you just like sci-fi, you're going to love this. I promise you. Now, a lot of people, just like podcasting, they think people that do this are making a lot of money and have all this funding and that's exactly what I say to people when they go, oh yeah, you must be making a lot of money, I see your show, and yeah, no. So how much money, let's just, you don't have to be specific, but how much money have you made off of this?
Well, you'd start with a negative in the front.
Right, like we all do. We all do.
Yep.
No, unfortunately it's not profitable. I had this idea at the very beginning when I did them at time, making the DVDs. I thought, hey, I've got this table at the comic convention. I'll go there. They'll sell out like hotcakes. My Kickstarter was really successful. I made 1,000 of them. I thought, oh, this is going to be great. I can go do these conventions and make a living doing these funny movies. Turns out, no, that really didn't. So what I got a lot of was my dad watched Star Trek. That was basically what I would get is you'd see somebody wearing a Star Trek uniform and you'd say, hey, check this out, and they're going, yeah, I don't really watch the show. I just cosplay as
right.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what character I am. You're like, well, you're a red shirt, so you'll be dead soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. At some point, geek stuff became like fashionable, but as a faction, it's not.
Right.
They don't really. They like to wear the shirts and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was unfortunately not in the cards, and probably why it took me so long to do The City on the Edge of Foreclosure. I do get the question though, obviously I'm not making any money at it. What's the point in doing these? And I don't know. I've never been able to successfully answer why I do these. I know with the Doomsday Machine, after I finally finished City on the Edge of Foreclosure, which took me 3 years.
Oh, wow.
I just missed working on it. And so I took about a year off, and then I just I kind of want to do it again. And I saw the opportunity to sort of wrap it up and do one. The Doomsday Machine appealed to me partly because I'd get to do space stuff, which the other ones are both set on planets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody's asking about dough from the YouTube views. So astonishingly out of nowhere, about 2 months ago, the algorithm found the movies. And I think I was sitting around 600 or 700 subscribers. I think there have been about maybe 500 views of The City on the Edge of Foreclosure. It had been up since April. And then overnight, it was just skyrocketed. I was getting tons and tons of views. Of course, you can't get monetized until you're at 1,000 subscribers, I think. And
you got to be over 1,000. Yep.
Of things. So I did get monetized, but kind of after that big, event where
push.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the graph, it's basically flat for 10 years and then it goes up in 1 month.
Right.
Yeah. Then it kind of goes back down, and that's the point. So no, I don't. I'm spending a little bit, maybe $3 or $4 a day, which is very cool. I'm putting it towards the Doomsday Machine, but obviously not going to be able to quit my job in time. And
right. And see that's the thing. Yeah. Well, once again, just on YouTube alone, you have to be over 1,000 subscribers, and then you have to have X amount of millions of views. So to meet that per capita. And then once you meet that, kids, it's just like us on the audio podcast. That's why we try to direct everybody to Spreaker, because that's where we make 1/30th of a cent for every person who listens. And to date, we've made, I think, $23 for the 3 years we've been doing this.
Rolling, man. We are rolling in the dough.
Yeah, we splurged on Happy Meals and milkshakes.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
your trips budget.
Right.
We did.
Yeah, no, that was it. That was this represents this feast.
This feast represents the last of the petty cash right here.
Yeah. Well, actually, these all our taste testing besides Andy's chips, everything I get has been donated by fans of the shows.
Yeah.
Mr. Doss, a gentleman I work with, loves to watch me in pain. So that's why he donates all this disgusting food that I get to sample on the show. And yeah, we do have a sponsor, but that money for sponsorship goes directly back into paying for the program for this show, which is kind of horribly failing right now. And then also it's the hats and the shirts that we hand out and the stickers and things like that. So yeah, it all just goes right back into the show. So we do this as a passion. It's something that we just love to do. We love to entertain people, I would say. Correct?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is the most incredible part of it being discovered by all these people suddenly is that I'm getting these comments from people who are saying that it made their day, that they're laughing at it, that it's so funny, and that's extremely rewarding because this is sort of just me with my computer thing. I've been lucky enough to get to show Star Trek to on audience on a few occasions, and that's when it's complete. When I worked on City on the Edge of Foreclosure for 3 years. It premiered at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh!
In one of the small
that
rooms,
is amazing.
but at the convention, and we sat there and watched it, and I thought that laughter is the missing part. That's right. That makes it complete. Is when you have it with laughter. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to become independently wealthy or anything on this, but I enjoy the process of making these, and what a thrill to know that I'm putting some kind of positivity out there, and that people are laughing and enjoying what I'm doing. I mean, that's because there's always that fear of putting this out and people saying, this sucks. Why are you forcing this on us?
Right.
And,
yeah.
So that's getting a lot
way better spin on things.
Yes, I got a couple of those comments. That.
Oh, hey, welcome to our show.
Yeah, but the good definitely outweigh the bad.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And it's just been such a thrill. And it's funny for me because they're discovering a Mutt time like it's new, and I did it in 2012, so it's 11 years old.
Right.
And but it's awesome.
It totally makes your day. It's like I used to describe when I was in radio. Same thing. All you get is that one person said, "Hey man, I just want to thank you. You just made my day by telling those jokes or whatever and doing whatever you did." And that just it pulled me through. I'm having such a crap day. This just totally changed everything. Thank you so much. And then they hang up, and you're like, "Well, okay, I got that." And I want to say quick hello to Corey Hall. Thank you for joining us on our Nerd Fest here. Yes, you should have expected this. Hugh O'Byrne, well, as long as it's not something too cliche to say, absolutely. Your stalled track makes me laugh. I watch them over and over again. I've recommended it to friends, and that is the best way to do this. Thank you so much, Hugh. And then Tiger Stripes has been in here. It's some of, if not the best, Star Trek parody I've ever seen. That is, as a Star Trek nerd, a very true fact, sir. I will totally agree with Mr. Tiger or Miss Tiger Stripes. Not sure, but yeah, no, it truly is just it is genius, and the way you've done it is just awesome. Mark, let's do this. We're going to take a quick pay our sponsor, Mrs. A, who wasn't able to join. Well, she joined us on the chat. But yeah, let's do our quick commercial here real quick. When we come back, we're going to play the trailer from Stalled Track, The Dunsday Machine. How's that? Will that work for you?
I'm
you got a few minutes? Okay, awesome, man. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna take everybody hang tight. Again, we're talking with Mark R Largent, creator of Stalled Track and the Paunch Show. We're gonna do our commercial, come right back, and get right back to Mark R Largent. Hang on, kids.
Heyo, do you like salsa? Are you tired of pretending you like what the mass-produced companies are giving you? Well, now you don't have to. That's right, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is here to treat you right. They got 3 flavors like medium, hot, and salsa verde, all made with fresh, all-natural ingredients in a unique blended, authentic salsa with fresh cilantro and no onions. That's right, no more onion breath for you. It's the perfect complement to your favorite foods like burritos, steaks, flautas, nachos, enchiladas, chicken, and of course, chips. But there's so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena has gone from a reward for her students now to the shelves in over 500 stores in California, and now it's expanded to Oregon, Nevada, Wyoming, and soon across the US of A. Amazingly fresh, all-natural, authentic, and delicioso, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is near you. To find out where, go to www.mrsafamous.com, and you'll also get some great recipes, info, and so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena. Reward yourself and eat buena.
And we're back. Heyo! It is I, Kristian Random. Andy's eating more of his.
I still have no idea. I still have no idea.
Tips that I'm not even bothering with mine. I have to mail them out to Mark now.
They're really good. I have to say it. They're fantastic.
Yeah, and yes, Hugh O'Byrne, it's got no onion in that salsa. It is delicious. It is amazing. There's 3 different flavors. Will blow you away if you can find it. Google if you're close.
MrsAFamous.com.
Yeah. We've got he changed his name to Commodore Largent. Oh, we've got everybody covered now. Oh, that is beautiful.
That means I'm not making it through the podcast. We got a Commodore, a captain, and a red shirt.
In fact, there it is. Oh, we lost Andy. Oh my gosh. It's the red shirt. It does it every time. Oh, no, he's back. He's back. He drank his magic elixir.
I'm back to die in episode 2.
I do think Andy has been taking a lot of risks wearing that red shirt. Trying new food.
This is hey, you gotta live on the edge, right?
There is going to be the after show where it's Andy screaming from the bathroom, and all you hear is
not the special sauce.
It just every now and then. That'll be Andy. Again, we are talking with Mark R Largent of Stalled Track fame. That's right, not Star Trek. Stalled, STALLED If you Google that or Google Mark R Largent, you are going to find Stalled Track and all the shows and clips that he's done. They are Star Trek parodies, and they're infamously well done. Now we are going to play a little clip here. And Daniel saying I can get that salsa in Palm Springs. Yes, it is. Yes. There you go. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for the endorsement. Mrs. A, I hope you saw that there. He heard it here first, so we get more credit for that. Taco's the abusive boyfriend of foods. Okay, Corey, now you're just being weird. Well, and again, let me put up the disclaimer on that one right there. No. Welcome to Randomity.
Oh, that's true.
There we go. It's the build process of knowing and discussing everything about nothing in particular. All right. Now we'll go back to Yes We're Nerds. Mark R Largent, and we've got the clip now, Andy.
I can activate it here if
you know
want
what?
me to.
At least, because I'll screw it up for sure.
Okay.
Let's go ahead now. Now, Mark, tell us a little bit about give us a prelude into what we've got going on here.
Okay, so this is a launch trailer. So this This is actually me figuring out a way to give people an idea of what it is I'm doing, so that they'll back it on Indiegogo. And so what I did was I took sections of the script and did sort of a little animation to kind of put together a trailer before I've actually made the movie. So the great thing is that these jokes will probably be the same jokes that are in the movie, but none of this animation will actually be in but
okay.
But it gives you a very good idea of what it is that I'm working on.
And the whole creation of what's going to be happening. All right, so let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's roll the film there, Bob. All right.
Copy that. Here we go.
A space burrito.
It is not a space burrito, Captain. It is an object of enormous size, capable of incredible destruction. It leaves behind only pain and suffering. Where once was life and hope, there is only a trail of debris and noxious gas.
That sounds exactly like a space burrito. Where's your crew?
We were dead in the water. I had to save them.
Where are they?
I beamed them down to the third planet. There's no water or edible food there. You don't think I know that?
The atmosphere is poisonous to humans.
You don't think I know that?
And it's infested with giant flying piranhas.
That I didn't know.
Commodore Wrecker has assumed command of the second prize.
Is he sitting in my chair?
Yes, and for some reason, he has removed his trousers.
Wrecker! I'm going to do what I should have done to begin with.
Don't do it, man. It's a suicide mission. And that's my favorite shuttlecraft. You don't think I know that?
You don't think I know that?
It's just genius. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Commodore Largent, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I do. Okay. Now, are you doing any of these voices with this, or do you have just other people doing them?
So I do most all of the voices, except for some of the women, because as much as I can change my voice, I can't quite accomplish that. So I do a couple of tricks for Captain Croc, the Kirk character. I pitch my voice up a little bit. It's like the old Alvin and the Chipmunks thing.
Right.
Now with software, you can pitch it up but keep the length the same. So your pitch goes up, but it doesn't speed it up.
Right.
Okay.
And then for Mr. Spot, I pitch it down a little bit. So so I get that, and then I just work it out. I'm actually at the point now where I've got all of the things built for the Doomsday Machine, and I actually have to go into the studio to record my voice, and that's the only part of this that feels like pressure, because the great thing with animation is that you control every frame. So you can make everything exactly the way you want it, or try to get it as close. But with the voice work, I'm going to have to go in and do it right.
Well, if you ever need some backup voices, I'm just saying.
Okay,
these two guys right here.
I may actually have to recast my. In real Star Trek, Uhura was not in the Doomsday Machine.
Right.
She was in the script, but Nichelle Nichols actually took a singing gig, and I think she thought that they would maybe switch around the production to work for her. And instead, they hired somebody else and said, "She fits in the dress. We can, we can just do it without you." So Nichelle did not take any other singing gigs for the rest of the Star Trek.
For the rest of the series,
right?
Yeah. But I, especially with this being the last one, I really want to have a Hure in it. So I'm not replacing her, and I think she's unplaceable. So I'm
absolutely
I'm doing her.
Well, I mean, but Star Trek has done that before, with the whole Chekhov Space Seed Wrath of Khan conundrum.
Yes,
where Walter Koenig wasn't in the Space Seed, but he's the guy who recognizes Khan. Like
Khan recognizes him. That's
Well, right. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So anyway, that's
way to go.
I think
nerd.
that's okay. I think you're okay.
Trust me, me and my friends have picked those things apart. There's an interesting thing about Star Trek, which I think newer Star Trek fans don't quite get, is we've had Star Trek for all these years and very limited amounts, so we've picked these things apart. I mean, part of being a Star Trek fan is knowing every single error and finding every incontinuity mistake. And it doesn't mean that we love it any less, but that's
right.
That's
what
really
it's coming up. You'll be like, oh, here's that spot. Here's that spot.
Yeah. No, I mean, until the 90s, we only had 66 episodes to obsess over.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's 79, so I'm
79. That's right.
But we've seen everyone rerun over and over and over again. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was before. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 55, so
I'm a few years older than you.
Yeah. So in the 70s, when Star Trek was at its most popular, it was just in syndication, and and it was just those episodes, and we watched them endlessly. So there's a wealth of Star Trek now, but I sometimes see these people going, "How can you criticize these new shows?" I said, because we've been criticizing Star Trek since the very beginning. That's part of our love of Star Trek is saying, wait a minute. I have a character that I'm doing some little short things with, who I call Barry the Earth Nerd. I originally had the idea.
Yes, I love Barry the Earth Nerd.
I would do it as a web series, and the gimmick of the web series was that aliens had been, receiving our transmissions for years, but that they were so degraded that they were hard to watch. So they had a computer. There was the Pair OD9000, which was able to take these signals and put them back together, which would explain why they would be parodies instead of what they actually were. And they had abducted. Yeah, the alien had abducted an Earth nerd named Barry to make sure that they were correct. And the fun of Barry was that he would point out, that they had not, they had not put doorbells on the on the cabin, on the crew cabins until this episode, and all the little minutia of details. But that's what being a Star Trek fan really was.
Yes. Nerding out.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Yes.
And especially when after I had watched it several times as a youngster, and then discovered marijuana and watched it many more times, very high, going, oh my God, did you see that? Those tribbles were freaking weird, dude. And so I don't do that anymore. Drugs are bad, kids. Just saying, even though it's legal, and sure. Now it's legal. Whatever. Clean and sober. Promise. I'm just good now. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Well, by the way, there, I could just say that I could lend some voices that I happen to know every now and then. If you ever need anything like that. Of course,
I will keep that in mind.
Sometimes I do other mystery voices as well. Yeah. So, and of course, my famous Bill Clinton. It's always there. All right. Just Just saying, Mark. Just saying.
Okay, I'm taking notes here. Yeah.
Or we could just be ourselves, and they could be, watching our show on the big screen instead of actually piloting the ship. What are you watching? Some idiots on Earth. It's cool.
Eating chips on.
Some idiots eating chips and throwing up and earthworm jerky and all that. So, all right. So Mark, we've got the Indie. Do you have a specific website for the Indiegogo, or is it just going to stalledtrack.com?
Yeah, if you just go to stalledtrack.com, that will take you to the Indiegogo. One of the cool things that I'm doing with this, before I realized that there were a lot of people who like this and don't want me to stop with this one, is the idea that I would put together a boxed set of the and so that's what I'm working towards with this Indiegogo. So I still have some of these left. I came up with a nifty idea of 3D printing the box.
Oh,
so
smart!
Sparkly and shiny, and it'll have 3 DVDs that go in there. Plus, it's going to come with a bonus Blu-ray that has all 3 films.
Wow!
Cool! Oh my God! I'm putting up the Yes We're Nerds again because I'm nerding out on this big time now.
There's you guys being older will appreciate these, but I'm also doing as a bonus these parodies of old trading cards.
Oh, that's amazing!
Gosh. Oh yeah, no, the Yes We're Nerds is staying up.
This is of The Trouble with Christie. It's the kerfuffle with
dude.
The purple
I love it.
Curtain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is the Vulcan Mind Meld.
Oh my gosh.
That is with the dog jokes. I always wanted to do Balance of Terror with rough ones, and they have a bird dog of prey ship.
Nice!
It's Balance of Terriers. Yes.
Oh my gosh! It's like my neighbor's dog. You can name it the Drake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also on the old thing, I've still got up the photo comic, which is done to look like the old photo novels.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing!
It's a flip cover, so you get both a Mutt Time and and this. But I love all the old Star Trek stuff from my youth. So it's been fun to be able to put that stuff as part of it. So if you go there, you can get those. And also, the great thing about the Indiegogo is, besides the fact that the crowdfunding helps me to be able to make it, is that it makes me responsible for doing it. So
that's true.
If left to my own
devices, it all together.
Yeah, if left to my own devices, I might not do it, because once you've written the script and see it in your head, that's good. You don't need to do all that hard work to actually,
right?
Unless you want to show it to other people. So that's a big part of my of doing the crowdfunding, is that it obligates me to finish it. Which it's because they're obviously, I enjoy doing it, but lots of it is tedious, and a lot of it's, today I don't really feel like working on it. But when you know that you're obliged to finish it for the people who've supported you, and also they become cheerleaders. They're excited that you're doing it. They're supporting you. They're saying, keep at it, and so that part of it has been very rewarding. And then, like I said, now suddenly a lot of people are seeing them. So it's really been a boost. It's exciting to be doing this, knowing that more than 3 or 4 people actually see it.
Now, see, isn't that great? It's a nice feeling. All these people that are chiming in here, and this is just obviously minuscule amount of people that but great people. Thank you all so much for joining in. Now if somebody now these DVDs, they're available for sale, correct? They can go to your stalltrack.com site and get them, or where can they find all this?
Right, so the StallTrack takes you to Indiegogo. So you're essentially you're donating money. It's kind of like the old PBS thing where you can get a tote. But you pay obviously a lot more than you would for a tote bag because you're actually doing it to provide funding. And then what I can do then is make these physical things. I love physical media. I love the idea.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Of having something solid, and so yeah, you can go and if you donate X number of dollars, you can go for these perks and get them. I will say on the box set, I think we're down to 10 or 11 of them. So if you do want to get one of those, maybe they're more pricey.
Right, obviously, but yeah, it's the box set, for God's sakes. That's they're always they're collector's editions. So now, all right, and now I saw earlier in the chat, and I meant to ask this earlier. Do you have action figures, shall we say? Not dolls, action figures. Girls play with dolls.
Well, look at the background there.
No, I see.
Yeah.
And somebody was asking if those were for sale, but I figure, have you done like approached Funko or anything like that, or has anybody from those places contacted you?
No, I'm a little wary about doing too much merchandise.
Okay,
sure. One parody of something, and with doing it as part of the Indiegogo, I think the point. It's one thing to do a parody of, Mad Magazine would do a parody of Star Trek, but they didn't go out and make T-shirts. So,
right, yeah.
I think absolutely. Maybe you're pushing those. But now, for my own gratification, I did 3D print the second prize.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
I'm telling you, I cannot walk past this thing without picking it up and playing.
Right.
So at some point, there probably will be action figures, but only for me.
Oh yeah,
I will get to play with and do here. But no. As far as merchandise, I think that's stepping outside of what I. But
right.
Uh-oh. Is that the JJ version?
No, this is actually I got this. This is the
Strange New World version.
This is the Blu-ray of the remake of the Star Trek movie with Chris Pine.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the JJ.
Oh yeah, JJ. Yeah, I'm sorry, JJ Abrams. Yeah.
I have the pizza cutter. I could run and get the pizza cutter from my
that pizza cutter. Cool. I never got that, and I thought that was such a neat idea.
Oh yeah. Man,
isn't it genius?
It's so great. Yeah.
But no, I got that because I'm like, that's when it first came out on DVD and Blu-ray, and I was like, oh, no, I gotta have it. And it was literally like one of two left, and I was like, I didn't care how much little money I had. I was like getting that one way or another. And I still have it. It's my prized possession.
Right.
So it's but no, I think there's. So I've been like I said, my thought was I'm making this box set. I can put Stall Trek on the shelf. It's done.
Thanks,
I'm finished with it. I don't need to. Oh, there's that is such a cool thing.
I see it's got the engraving. It's got
I didn't even realize it had the engraving on it. I knew it would.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like it's crafted
NCC 1701
like so well. And it's gorgeous. Yeah, this was
have you ever cut a pizza with it?
Hell no.
Hey, ask me if I've watched these Blu-rays or DVDs.
So no, it came in this really nice like padded case with the foam around it and everything. And I'm like, wow. I'm never taking it out of the padded case, but then it was taking up space, so I had to let go of the padded case, which I was okay with. But yeah, no, this thing it's incredible, but it will never ever touch any food or anything. I love it that much. And
it
it's
lays on a velvet padded pillow. That's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Next to me
Enterprise's
while I
5
sleep.
years ended in a dishwasher incident. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does work. It is a working pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
That's very cool.
We are talking with Mark R Largent, creator of Stalled Trek and his mini Star Trek parody series. You can find him on YouTube or just go to stalledtrek.com and you can find this. Mark, okay, so and help fund the Indiegogo to get the third. Yes, the Dumbsday Machine out. Tim Melia, thank you for joining in, buddy. You're a little late, but we'll let it slide. Okay, so let's do that, Mark. When we're getting closer to the Dumbsday Machine, can we bring you back on, or when you're getting ready to finish it or premiere it, can we have you come back on and maybe you can give us a little clip and we can maybe premiere it here or something like that on the show?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So, all right, there you go. Listen, we've got just a few minutes left here with you. So, and I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, my 3D views. Yes, we are all hungry for pizza now. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we started this thing off by having chips.
Right.
On you
I know.
3 hours talking about pizzas. I'm gonna run out of here immediately and consume as many carbs as possible.
We're falling off the keto diet today.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mark, we've come to a point in the series of the show here where we've got this. Yes, we're getting to it. It's called Random Questions of Insanity, and you know what? Oh God. Oh, geez. Oh, red alert. Watch out. Oh, God. Oh. All right. It's followed up by that. No, Random Questions of Insanity is a series of questions that have been put together by a team of psychiatrists and psychosis that we throw out here to our guests. Basically, just, gives us where your mind is at. It has no bearing on anything, and there is no right or wrong answers except for a couple. And then there is the eject button that's underneath your seat. Been put there by a team of crackheads and researchers. But anyway, would you like to play along with us?
They told me they were cleaning my carpet.
Yes, they did. They did a hell of a job right under your seat. So would you like to play, sir?
Oh, sure.
All right, beautiful. We have 2 base questions, which I think will be perfect for you.
Absolutely.
Let's go with the first one, which is, what is the best James Bond film, sir?
Oh, see, I thought you would ask the favorite, because that's a harder one to say what the best one is.
Okay, go with your favorite.
I'll say Goldfinger is the best James Bond film. Is actually Thunderball, which is not the best.
Right. Yes.
No, but that is a genius answer. No,
solid.
Well played. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah. All right. Side note: who's the best Bond?
Sean Connery was the best Bond. I've not been a Bond that I didn't like, even Lazenby, but Sean Connery was James Bond.
He really is. Yeah, but yeah, it's and I know we've said this on many a show before. We actually had a guy who's did full on research into James Bond and wrote books on him.
Yeah, wrote books on the history of it and
Daniel Craig is actually the character Daniel Craig plays is the closest thing to Bond that it was actually off of the
written word Bond.
The written book. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree because Bond was not as talkative and
no, he was very dark.
I think Daniel Craig did an incredible job. I mean, one of the amazing things I think when he first came on in Casino Royale was by far the most physical Bond that we had.
Oh yeah.
You see Bond run down the street and jump on things and do that kind of stuff. they mentioned Pierce Brosnan. I think Pierce Brosnan was great. I think he managed to bridge the Roger Moore and Sean Connery.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yes. Okay, that's another ding ding for you because and really each actor has made it his own and done very well with it. So who's his favorite? Just hold off there.
We'll get there.
Paradox. Just settle down. Okay, so let's go into the second question here. What is your favorite sandwich and what all is on it?
When I go to Subway, I always get the BMT.
Ooh, yeah,
it's
a good sandwich.
All right.
It's what is it? It's ham. Oh, and we're talking about food.
I know.
Hey, it's a podcast. We can do what we want. So
right.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Before this is over with.
All right. So, let's. Okay, this one is very appropriate for you. Who wins in a fight, Kirk or Picard?
In a fist fight, Picard doesn't have a chance.
Right. Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in a battle,
a battle of the wits, Picard probably wins.
Battle of the wits.
All right.
I'm going to show my allegiance here, but I still think Kirk wins.
Okay.
I think that's,
my 3D views.
Yeah, I think partly of the time period, Kirk was infallible.
Yeah, that's true.
It would become at a later time where your heroes could be more fallible. So Picard has weaknesses that Kirk does not.
No, very true. Very true. And let's just do that again.
There we go.
All right, Andy.
What was your favorite toy as a child growing up?
Oh boy.
Chris.
I will I will say somebody mentioned the Mego action figures. I loved those a lot. They had the superhero ones. It always frustrated me that I never could get Superman and Batman. I always had I did have like Spider-Man and things, but I'd have Captain Marvel instead of Superman or
right. Yeah. Shazam.
And so I had this one Christmas, I think it was the Christmas of it was either 74 or 75. I think it was 75. And my grandparents came and spoiled me. And they got not only the Mego Star Trek figures, but the Enterprise bridge playset that had the little transporter room that you turn. And it was like it was this amazing thing to have. And we had a dog, a collie, and my mom chose that year to go back to work. And this collie did not like being left alone.
No, I was going to say, this is not going to end well.
My mom had told me, make sure you close your door because Foxy will get in there and tear up your toys. And I'm like, Foxy's my dog. She may tear up your stuff, but she's not going to do my stuff.
Oh, no.
I can tell you that what happened to the crew of the Enterprise.
The dog's in the room.
Really horrible.
A dark day indeed for the crew.
The only Mego Enterprise figure, the only Mego figure I had left was Mr. Spock. His boot was all because the boot was actually the leg was almost chewed off, but not entirely chewed off. So
oh god,
one-legged Spock.
He was the sole survivor of the Starship Enterprise.
Wow, that's
which
terrible.
Actually, I don't know if it shows in the shot, but I had one of the $6 Million Man dolls, and I love the thing. My dad was in the military, and we moved a lot. And my mom, there was a weight limit when you did the moving, so my mom would try to figure out which toys I might not figure out that she threw away.
Right.
A significant portion of my toys would disappear. And my mom would always say, you know, for the first couple of months, well, it's in a box somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forget about it by the time that. So during COVID, I was feeling extremely nostalgic, and I bought one of the $6 Million Man dolls off of eBay.
Nice.
And, I was so thrilled with that. That was such a cool figure. And Lee Majors came to one of the little conventions here, so I got him to sign my $6 Million.
Awesome!
And it was
incredible.
Hilarious because I sat there and he looks up and he can tell, you know, that you're going, that's the $6 Million Man right there.
Yeah.
And will you sign my action figure? And he said, yeah. He looked at me and said, I said, I was the absolute perfect age for that. He looked up, he goes, you're in your 50s, right? And I said, yes. Because $6 Million Man was just the greatest when you were a kid at that period.
Oh, dude, he was the best. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna jump right into this one because this just makes a lot of sense. You have a choice to save the world:
System
Iron
Paradox,
Man or Batman.
I didn't have a puppet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
Oh, I said this was leading right into this question. You have a choice to save the world: Iron Man or Batman. Who is it?
I mean, it depends on the threat, I guess.
There you go.
Oh, here now you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
that is the best answer that we've gotten to that.
That is
question so
it. Truly is, because this is the escape clause right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to go with Batman because the fact of the matter is that he can do anything, despite the fact that he has no superpowers.
Exactly.
Same with Iron Man.
Well, I don't know. Iron Man was a drunk.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man on a bad day, and that's not going to work out. But
Yeah.
I remember there was somebody was saying that they didn't understand Batman, and I explained to him how there was a Batman versus the Incredible Hulk comic where Batman does fight the Incredible Hulk, and you would think there's absolutely no way he could win, but in one of the battles he does beat the Incredible Hulk. So
right.
Don't discount Batman just because he doesn't have
okay.
He's got plenty of other gadgets.
You get a win with that one, but it's still Iron. It's still always Iron Man. All right. Andy.
All right.
We got a couple quick ones.
Yeah. Quick follow up. System Paradox asked, "What was your favorite Batman? Who's your favorite Batman actor?"
So that's tricky. I will go on record as saying that I don't think there has been the definitive Batman yet.
Okay.
Right. Of course, when I was a kid, I watched reruns of Adam West, who I was absolutely deadly serious. I remember I used to look at my dad, go, "Why are you laughing? They were in real danger." There's a giant magnifying glass, and they're strapped to
the Batman's gonna die.
Yeah, you can't laugh at that. That's not funny. I would say that that George Clooney probably looked a lot like Bruce Wayne, but I don't think he was a Batman.
Right.
Okay.
So I've enjoyed a lot of the Batman films. I don't think there has been that Batman yet. I think there's still this idea that the suit is somehow necessary to be Batman, whereas I think Batman is trained to physical perfection and doesn't need the suit.
So, no.
I'm holding out. Some point we'll see a Neil Adams Batman on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's a
great answer.
That is a Two very good, solid answers, even though Iron Man. I do like System Paradox's answer of Iron Batman.
Iron Batman would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so listen, Mark, we're gonna have to bring you back when we're getting closer to your Indiegogo, the Dumbstay Machine. Okay, System Paradox, we're running out of time. Okay, so listen, we're gonna bring you back. Let's definitely do this. In the meantime, Mark R Largent, we can't thank you enough for being on this show, man. You are absolutely amazing. Wonderful. We love the Stall Track series. Make sure to check it out, stalltrack.com. Sir, we love you. Thank you so much for your time, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And, live long and prosper.
Yes. Yes. Oh, my gosh. We're such nerds. This is awesome.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, that was genius. Oh,
it was great.
All right. Hey, System Paradox, thanks for being a part of this show. All you people that joined in the chat.
For
you
sure.
guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Please come back and be a part of it again. Next week, we've got, where is he? Dr. Andy Heyman. Heyman? We'll have to figure that out.
I'm not sure. I would assume it's Heyman.
Yeah, Heyman, Human. Where'd you go?
Did I put it in there?
Oh.
I forgot to put it in there. That's my fault.
He'll be on next week. No worries.
Yeah.
And he's the creator of the Beyond Energy drink, which is starting to blow up all over the States here. It is absolutely amazing. And he is like a bottle of Beyond Energy. When you talk to him, it's like, oh my gosh, it's nonstop, it's relentless. And he's a doctor. He's researched this thing. It's like the healthiest energy drink you can have, and takes care of everything you need. And he's going back to his special sauce chips, which can't be described in any one way or another. So please be here next week with us. Thank you all for joining in. In the meantime, I'm Kristian. He's Andy, and we're out till next week. Be good, kids. Take care. Peace. We love you. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. God bless, and we'll see you next week.